the start of another day of make-believe at Britain's Pinewood Studios. The quiet, almost rural atmosphere of Pinewood is deceptive. Once the palatial home of cricketing star Ranjit Singh, it was transformed into a film studio complex in 1935. And soon, Pinewood came into the sphere of the man who was to revitalise the British film industry, J. Arthur Rank. Britain's veteran studio is booming, but the dramas enacted on its vast stages are nothing to the real-life battles Pinewood has had to fight to survive. Its history is a film scenario in itself. But today is a different day at Pinewood. For the first time, the public has been invited to come and see what makes a film studio tick. They needed no second invitation. Fascinated, they strolled through locations suddenly recognized from films once seen. A garden faintly familiar, and no wonder. Without the crowds, it was recently the backdrop to a famous film scene. The Swans, hired for a day's shooting of romance, perhaps? No, they're part of Pinewood's unique rural background. But on a film set, fantasy soon becomes reality, and vice versa. The fascination for the props of screen epics grips us all. Relics for fans of the film Bugsy Malone. Memories everywhere, but suddenly they're real. Only at a film studio can you step out of one familiar world into another. Visitors have come from all over Britain to take this once-in-a-lifetime chance to look behind the scenes. The sets are as varied as the film chippies and plasterers can make them. The fantasy world reaches deep into Pinewood. No set is too difficult to make, no backdrop too impossible. One of Pinewood's biggest success stories is James Bond. A complicated stage has been specially built to film the series. Full-sized nuclear subs. Phony, we hope. Stage D, the 007 set, cost £1 million to build. The most expensive studio set in the world, but paid for by this world-popular series over and over again. Roger Moore, Agent 007 himself. And Barbara Bach, Bond's latest female complication in The Spy Who Loved Me. With them, the Bond producer, Cubby Broccoli. Where it all happens, the half-world the public rarely sees and often doesn't suspect exists.
Right, here we go now. Ready out? Turn over. Down, running. Do the take one. Action.
Giving his full quota of nastiness, Baddie Kurt Jurgens. For the 1000th time, Agent 007 and his leading lady are in a tight spot. The actors stroll smoothly through the action. The director bullies and cajoles. The editor snips here and cuts there. And a seemingly unintelligible tangle becomes a box office hit. Remote control has proved a godsend in this fantasy world. Little models become big ships and no strings. The unreal jerkiness of the waves is made real by slowing down the action. In the business of filmmaking, problems don't stay problems for long. Someone always has a solution. For instance, when is a wreck not a wreck? In discovering the property department, Pinewood's guests of the day step into an Aladdin's cave of wonder. A rock that even a child can handle. Well, almost. Now here's a little lad with ambitions. The costuming that clothes a film drama can fill a museum of its own. From the Battle of Britain, the uniform worn by Field Marshal Goering. It's carefully preserved. In The Prince and the Pauper, Raquel Welch filled this dress as only she knows how. A British soldier's battle dress from A Bridge Too Far. And plaster, plaster everywhere. The unsung artistry of the men and women behind the scenes is usually known only to the people who work with them. Voila, a star is born. So easy when you know how. Pinewood never stops. The dream factory, as some would call it, goes on producing its dreams. It's a happier world as a result, particularly in the fantasy world of children, where make-believe is a serious everyday matter. Youngsters gather on the set to meet Lionel Jeffries, the man who found instant success as a producer of films for children. In passing, they rub shoulders with one of those lovable refugees from Wimbledon Common. Pinewood is a success story. The Oscars and Academy Awards won are proof that it's good at its job. Not as a dream factory, rather as a citadel of romance, adventure, the tragedy and laughter that all of us need at least some of the time.